The Reserve Bank of India is likely to tighten rules governing dividend distribution by banks. Sources say long-term value creation is likely to be prioritized over higher dividend payouts. The draft rules were released in January this year for public consultations. Sapna Das is here with the details. Sapna, what can we expect and when will the new rules be notified?
Well, there is an expectation in the government corridors that basically the final guidelines as far as the dividend distribution by banks primarily is concerned, those guidelines may be brought out by the central bank soon enough. Having said that, various stakeholders have done a lot of consultations in the last 1 odd year, in fact, over 1 year now. So as we had reported earlier as well, so the feedback has been basically that, banks should probably desist from higher dividend payouts, and the framework that's being worked out by RBI should be in accordance to that. So basically, the theme here is that have more capital, plowed back into the bank balance sheets. They should be cash rich, and in fact, all of that, the strength should reflect in the earning per share in the bank stocks rather than in terms of hefty dividend payouts. That's the overall theme that has emerged from the extensive consultations that have gone on over the last so many months. And of course, government is a major shareholder over there. Having said that, a couple of specifics, that have been asked from the RBI, and there's probably hope that something may happen on that front, is of course, in the earlier draft that they had released, they had spoken about capital adequacy norms, how that can be an appropriate benchmark to work out the dividend payout ratios. The feedback that's coming in is that probably return on assets should also be included, because that could be a better eligibility criteria for deciding dividend distribution by banks. That's one. Second, also the kind of NPA range that the RBI had mentioned, in what range the NPA should be for banks to make them eligible to announce those dividend payout ratios. So there's a complete table that RBI had put out. So there again, probably the stakeholders want that NPA ratio to move in a tighter band. This is basically to build in more resilience on the part of the banks and to be more cautious. So the overall theme here is that let the banks be cash rich. Let's not get into the process of, kind of equating bank dividends the way the CPSE dividends are decided. Basically, that's the theme. We'll have to wait and watch and see to what extent these extensive considerations that have come in from various quarters are incorporated by RBI and those final guidelines, which are expected soon.
All right. Thank you, Sapna, for that.